Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from Cleveland. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Sometimes the most effective routes are the ones that you run in the backyard. You probably ran them when you were 5 years old. How about a little curl there against zone? But the key to it is finding the open spots in the zone. How a linebacker or a defensive back will widen to give you space. Find that area and let your quarterback hit you.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
20. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down and touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson, and an alley to run. Good yardage there on the scramble, and all of a sudden they're left with a 3rd and 2, much more manageable. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. He finds Roberts, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 27-yard line. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. Pushes him over. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Ingram, 27 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to do...
Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 73 yards, and the Browns have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this 1st quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Baltimore.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Ravens 7.
Ready. 51. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
51 to Mike. Nice, sweetheart.
Jackson now off the bootleg. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. And he's going to go down again. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People are wondering what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the, and he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Mayfield. This will be caught by Brown. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Got an open man. It's Ratley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, Delta.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now this throw caught left side. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Roberts got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Draw play. Ingram now. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ingram again. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all, and it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Jackson. And an alley to run. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
He'll buy some time right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Larry Ogunjobi, his 2nd sack of the night.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 42 yards.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Dominic Peko racks up the sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Mayfield looks to throw. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And a quick slant, good for 8 and a 1st. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 43. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Andrews. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he gets it down to the 32. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run, it's Mark Ingram. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson, flush to his right. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Check 25, check 25. Switch. Check 99.
Jackson now, operating from the gun. Flushed out right. He may try and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 24 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
It doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A good pick up there for the Browns, 15 yards. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Point it right. Crunch. Check. Run.
A run for Nick Chubb. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
180. 57. Here we go.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's T.J. Carey who picked it.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018. He showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied.